What's up, everybody? It's 8:30, and that means it is time for Cocktails in the War Room. I'm Mistress Carrie. Welcome to my War Room, and thank you for joining me for the 79th night in a row. That is how many times we've gotten together here in the War Room. It doesn't seem possible, but it totally is. 79 nights in a row. It's crazy. What's up, Scott? Hey, Mariah. What's going on, Kat? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Joe. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hey, Elsa. What's up, War Room family, she says. Hello, Monica. What's up, other Joe? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Jeff. Jeff asking how I'm doing. I'm doing okay, except I have what I've told you before. It's called Crazy Carrie hair. It's flying all over the place. Thank you, Karina. I got myself some fresh purple. I figured before I took a few days off, I should probably get myself all fixed up. So what's up, Jesse? War Room family. Yeah, so I spent a little time fixing the head today. And just trying to stay home today and just get a lot of stuff done around the house. I spent a lot of really quality time with Wednesday today, which was really nice. We went out and laid in the grass together, and I played with her a lot today. She even let me cut her nails, which she never does, but she was really good about it. Hey, Sammy. What's up, Christina? Thank you. So thank you, Michelle, telling me that the makeup is spot on, although I got a little smudge up here, but we'll deal with it later. It was just, hey, Brian, what's going on? Hey, Jen, some high school friends, college friends checking in. What's up, P4? Hey, Gina. Little skydiving family action. The bathroom is not as destroyed as it was the last time I dyed my hair during the quarantine. I got it a little bit better today. I didn't have to use as much soft scrub with bleach to clean up the mess. Hey, Sarah. So not as bad. Got my shirt tonight, early Father's Day, just from the wife and kids. That is fantastic, Jay. That is awesome. Today, like the title of this video says, is the last day that you can get your Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts. I've been promoting it on Instagram and Twitter, and so you have until midnight to order your shirts if you haven't done that already. I've been getting alerts that I've been selling shirts all day. I have not done a count yet, but I told T-Shirt Brian that that I was gonna get him a count shortly after midnight. So keep the orders coming in. Mark wants to know, why is your pug named Wednesday? Because that was the little girl's name on the Addams Family. Everybody names their boy pugs Pugsley because that was the boy's name on the Addams Family. But I had never heard of a pug being named Wednesday after the daughter with the braids. Addams Family was like one of my favorite shows growing up. And I love the movies and the cartoons and all of it. So that's why I named her Wednesday, because it's after the Addams Family. Carrie, I hope you get your shirt tomorrow too. Like I said, the last batch of mailings for the first batch of shirts went out on Friday morning. So if you don't get your shirt by Tuesday, if you ordered it in the original first weekend, that's weird. Otherwise, if you've ordered your shirts in the last couple of weeks, that order goes to Brian tonight. And then as soon as the shirts get produced, we will get them shipped out. So I'm hoping all of the shirts will be in your mailbox within the next 2 weeks, that you should have everything, which would be really nice because I hear the noise of the Dymo label printer in my head now. and over again. So I would like to not hear that noise for a while, but I'm not complaining because you guys have been amazing with ordering all of your shirts. And hey, Paul. Paul has Wednesday's brother. He's so cute. Joe says, can you believe Clint Eastwood is 90? No, I can't. It's insane that he's 90 years old. It's insane. His son actually has a new movie coming out in July called The Outpost. You're going to be hearing me talk a lot about this movie in the coming weeks and on the podcast coming up. So if you have not subscribed to the podcast, go to wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, Deezer, TuneIn, Radio.com, Pocket Casts, wherever you listen to podcasts, and subscribe to the all-new Mistress Carrie podcast. The first episode is coming soon. I'm working on it now. But Clint Eastwood's son has got this new movie coming out about a battle in Afghanistan that you are going to hear all about. Jim says Christina Ricci was awesome as Wednesday in the Addams Family movie. I know she was. Are they made with real Girl Scouts? Yeah, I love that movie. I think that the whole cast with Angelica Houston and Raul Julia, the whole cast was awesome. Brenda says, love my shirt. I got it yesterday, and now it is my favorite night shirt. Fantastic. I wore mine tonight, too. But I wanted to show you guys something very cool. Like I said in the past, Cocktails in the War Room is not going away. This run of the shirts, of course, all the profits are going to benefit the Food for Vets program that the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation is coordinating with all of the different food distribution sites for our veterans that are in need of food assistance right now. And so those shirts and all of the money that we're collecting from them, of course, once we get the shirts printed and get them shipped and all of the expenses that go along with that, all of the profits are going to go to the Food for Vets program. And we're going to be able to present that check in the next couple of weeks. But like I've said before, Cocktails in the War Room is not going away. When the shirts are off sale or whatever, it's going to continue as a weekly show starting next week. Because, of course, this coming Tuesday is the final nightly Cocktails in the War Room show. And so that means that, the t-shirts are going to come back eventually. And when they do, that there might be some other stuff. And T-shirt Brian made me a little gift that I'm wearing right now, actually, just to kind of give me an idea of what some other things would look like with the logo on them. So he made me a hoodie. And that is the prototype. So there is, the show's getting an upgrade. There's all kinds of great stuff coming. I'm actually hoping that we're going to be able to beta test some of the new technology tomorrow. Like I said, my friend Dave is helping me upgrade the show, but his 103-year-old grandmother kicked coronavirus's ass and then chugged a Bud Light on the internet, and now she's internationally famous. And Dave has been coordinating all the press interviews for his grandmother. So he has been kind of busy because his grandmother, Jenny, is kind of a badass. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to beta test all of the new technology, which would mean that maybe we'll be able to use it with Mike Shue, who is going to co-host Cocktails in the War Room right here from the Green Couch on Tuesday. Let's see. What day, if you decided? Jim, I am thinking Tuesdays for now. Not because I can say, see you next Tuesday, but it does make it so that I can say, see you next Tuesday. But obviously, there are going to be Tuesday nights where we're going to have shit going on. There's going to be concerts eventually, someday, when we're all allowed out of the house. And just because, we're going to have it every Tuesday doesn't mean that we can't have extra episodes when they are warranted. When there's a guest available, when there's something that we want to talk about, when there's a huge announcement about something, when there's something to celebrate. So Tuesday night is going to be the last night that the nightly. So it'll be 81 nights in a row altogether that we did the show. And then I told you guys that I'm taking a few days and going to go kind of hide for a few days. And then when I get back, obviously, I'm going to ship out all the rest of the t-shirts and then really be able to get the first couple episodes of the podcast up, and then also be able to launch the new and improved Cocktails in the War Room, and be able to start setting up guests so that you guys can talk to your favorite bands and talk to people that want to jump on the War Room with us. I want to get Stiz in here. Like I just want to be able to open up the doors and start, bringing people in. I love that you guys all love the hoodies. And Michelle's asking about hats. Yeah, we're working on, I asked Brian, I said, listen, I really want to come up with an awesome line of cool shit. And he gave me this giant book of all of this stuff that we can make. And so that is in the works. So is the website that is going to be able to handle it so that you won't have to kind of navigate all of the different links through PayPal or whatever. So the new normal War Room, exactly, Eric. But we're upgrading stuff. This summer is going to be the summer of upgrades for all things Mistress Carrie. So not only are we upgrading the War Room, we're going to be upgrading the website because, well, right now there isn't a website, but there's going to be very soon. Obviously, the podcast is a huge upgrade. I am going to post some pictures of MCHQ tomorrow so you guys can check out my new studio where I'm going to be working from, which I'm pretty excited about. Dawn says, like me some hats to cover my bad hair. So there's a lot going on, guys. Things are moving forward, which I'm really excited about. And, to be perfectly honest, it's been kind of nice to be able to focus on, trying to move forward and trying to, have progress. And especially today, I got really sad again last night, just, watching the news. It's just incredibly hard seeing some of these things. I did want to point out that there were 3 separate protests happening in Boston today. And at last check of the headlines, all 3 of those protests, which I believe converged in front of the State House, had been peaceful today in Boston. So Boston, thank you. You're making me proud because you're doing what you do best. All of the protesting in the United States started right here in Boston. And there's a lot of amazing U.S. history that took place in this area that we're all extremely proud of. And, we have a long history of standing up and saying when things are fucked up, we do that. But I also love the fact that it's been peaceful, which is what I was really hoping for, because I really don't want to see any city in the United States going through what some of these cities are going through. And Boston's making me really proud right now, that people are making sure their voices are heard, making sure that their message is getting out, and they're doing it in a way where they're uniting. I saw this amazing photo of this woman today, and it said, "I'm 66, I can't believe I still am protesting this shit." And it was just a really powerful image. But again, the protests in Boston have been peaceful, and, it just makes me really proud, that the protesters are able to do what it is that they feel they need to do, which is stand up for injustice, which is what we should all be doing. But also that law enforcement and all of the first responders are safe in doing what they're supposed to do, which is to protect the community from violence. And the fact that those 2 things can happen on the same street in this city right now really shows what Boston can be when it wants to be. And it's pretty awesome. So I'm really proud of the fact that, that things in Boston at least have been okay today, because in other places, They have not been so great. Kevin's wondering, I think, where to get the t-shirts, I believe. So anybody, sorry, I'm scratching my face. Anybody that wants to order the Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts, you can just click the profile picture of this Facebook page, and all of the links are there. You can pay through PayPal. You can pay with your credit card. Click the link of the size shirt you want to buy. We made it as easy, or I should say I made it as easy as I could, considering we were in a global pandemic lockdown. And obviously, as the website gets built and we kind of expand all of the different stuff that we're going to have available, including these badass hoodies, we'll make the purchasing easier. So click the profile picture of this page, because it's the Cocktails in the War Room artwork, and all of the links are right there. Face police, I know, Joe. Ah! Jennifer says, just ordered my shirts. Jen, you rock. My college roommate, I talk about her many times. Poor girl, I put her through 2 years of hell, sleeping in bunk beds in college. But we made it through, girl. We made it through. I also want to cheers to my friend Tim, who made this delicious moonshine that I'm drinking tonight. Eric said, did you go and get your hair did? Eric, I did my damn hair myself. I have not been able to get in and see Linda yet, but I will soon. Jennifer says, did you say hoodies? Yes. Tune up for my boyfriend. Ah, Becky. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here's the prototype of the hoodies. Pretty badass. I haven't decided what we're going to put on the front yet. As you can see, the hoodie on the front is still blank. But we're working on it. I just wanted to wear the sweatshirt so that you guys could see that there's going to be some awesome stuff coming later on this year that I'm pretty excited about. What flavor moonshine? It is lemon flavored moonshine. It's delicious. John, thank you for your order yesterday. I appreciate that. Thought so. It's deeper purple. Yes, it is, Patty. It's definitely more purple today than it was yesterday. You're not seeing things. Your scalp is purple. Oh, trust me, I'm very well aware. My forehead was purple earlier, but I was able to get it all off of there. It's a process, okay? Not having, I'm not going to cut it, Jim. Don't worry about it. But I need to go see Linda because she dyes it better than I do. She's just awesome, and I miss her so much. Put your podcast logo on the front. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that we're working on, dude. Trust me. I have not been slacking, and I am just so happy that you guys like what we've done so far. Hey, Fernandez, Annie Ange said your sangria was delicious. So, front should say property of Mistress Carrie. I just love the fact that you guys are as excited, and I love the fact that you love the artwork and have been so encouraging about everything. And like I said, you know, T-shirt Brian and my friend Christine, who designed everything, are just super psyched that you guys love everything so much. So I know Brian's watching. Brian, you're going to be very busy starting tomorrow morning. I'll get a count for you at 12:05 when I shut the links down. But everybody loves the shirts that has them so far. And if you go on my Twitter feed, I've been retweeting everybody that's been tweeting me pictures. Just super excited about everything, which is awesome. So, also, on a completely unrelated note, probably the two happiest guys on the planet, Bob and Doug, that took off yesterday on the Crew Dragon, the NASA launch to the International Space Station with SpaceX. They docked with the space station today, which is pretty badass. So congratulations to Bob and Doug. If you are celebrating your birthday today, we already mentioned Clint Eastwood, who is 90 today. But cheers, if today is your birthday. You share it with John Bonham. And you share it with Corey Hart. Never surrender. I wear my sunglasses at night, Corey Hart. And also the King of Rock. There ain't none higher. my very good friend, long friend of the show, Daryl McDaniels, DMC from Run DMC, who helped me launch the Mistress Carrie Side Piece podcast on WAAF. And I am looking forward to having him on the new Mistress Carrie podcast as well. So to Daryl the King McDaniels, to John Bonham, to Corey Hart, to Clint Eastwood, and to everybody that is celebrating their birthday today. Cheers to all of you guys. That was incredible. Gave me goosebumps. I don't know what you mean. Gave me goosebumps. Bob and Doug, yeah, I know. Brianna says there are so many great War Room quotes for merch. The possibilities are endless. Actually, you know what? That would be really funny. Put up some of your favorite quotes because it'll give Brian and I some ideas and Christine some ideas as we start designing new merch for the War Room and the Mistress Carrie podcast. So if you guys have favorite War Room quotes, put them in the comments. That'll actually be hilarious to talk about tonight. DMC is the man, great guy, says Keith. He really is. He's one of those guys that just really savors life. Like he just is a guy that is so filled with passion, and his life story is incredibly interesting and so influential. And he's incredibly humble for a guy that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like he's a fucking badass and just such a sweet guy. Ducking, Michelle says, that's great. My favorite Clint Eastwood movie is Escape from Alcatraz. There's a lot of them. Auntie Ange, bag of dicks. Licking teeth, says 2020, says Brianna. That's great. The night Wednesday licked my teeth live on the internet. Ugh. Blueberry cobbler is a must. Trust me. She just licked my tooth, says Brian. Don't ever go for the Cheez-It. Now, see, that's something that could get me in trouble because Cheez-It is a brand name. And it's got nothing negative about Cheez-Its. They're one of my favorite snacks, but it's not the fucking Stingray. You guys are never go for the Cheez-It, man. Bag of ducks. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Hey, Steph. I vote Blueberry Cobbler. Yeah. Well, National Blueberry Cobbler Day is July 8th. Does anybody know what day of the week that is? Because if it's not a Tuesday, there's an example of us having to do an extra Cocktails in the War Room just because it's National Blueberry Cobbler Day. Like, that's just going to have to happen. What are you barking at? Yeah, I ask her that all the time. No dairy. Good one. Put a headshot picture of Wednesday on it. I know we are going to have to memorialize Wednesday as part of the War Room somehow. So Wednesday just licked something weird. Yeah, when she licked my tooth. Let me tell you a story. I do say that a lot. See, you guys point out things that I don't even notice, which I love. Jesse says, my motorcycle friend who was in an accident days ago is fully stable today. Thank you for all the prayers. Jesse, that is fantastic. Congratulations. The quotes are limitless. I'm loving these. These are great quotes. Never go for the Cheez-It or bag of dicks. Yeah, those are some good ones. And it's really funny. Like, we're going to have to go over these with Mike Shue when he's here on Tuesday night because he might not be all up on all the War Room lingo. So we're going to have to bring him up to date. Definitely has to be a reference to the bag of dicks or blueberry cobbler in there somewhere. No dairy, no eggs. There go the pillows. Yeah, you're right. You guys are right. That's like almost here we go with the pillows. Wednesday, as I was telling you guys when I signed on today, Wednesday and I had a really good day today. With, as bad as the news has been the last few days and with everything going on, I was talking to some friends about it today, and they were asking, are you going to go to the protest in the city? And I said no, I wasn't going to go, not because I don't believe in what they're saying, because I 100% do. It's just that there's that fear that, a small group of people are going to start the violence. and I don't want to be in that situation. I've been to a lot of like the Super Bowl parades, but I never wanted to be one of those people that like went flooding into Kenmore Square after the World Series. Remember when the riots broke out on Lansdowne Street? I just over the years, like I've always just tried to be really careful about, being in crowds like that. And so I thought long and hard today about going into Boston for the protests, and I opted not to. Like I said, not because I don't believe in the mission, but because I was just really afraid that there were going to be a few assholes that started to get violent and put a lot of people in danger. Not only the peaceful protesters, but also the police officers that were there trying to protect everybody else in the city. And so instead I opted to just kind of stay home, and I tried to spend my day finding joy in the simple things. I tried to spend time with Wednesday, and I did a little cooking today. I just really kind of wanted a quiet, not unplugged day, but just a quiet home day. Daniel said, yep, I was there. It was fucking nuts. But it was peaceful. That's the thing, is that, it's great that there's all of those people there as long as it stays peaceful, nonviolent, as long as everyone is being respectful of the people that are around them. And, also let's not forget that, the coronavirus is still out there. And even though all of the numbers are trending downward, which is fantastic, people going out in these loud crowds right now, I'm really worried that in the next couple of weeks, the virus is going to have an uptick because of all of this. And so like I said, I opted to spend a quiet day at home. And, I talked last night a lot about, getting to know your neighbors. And so I saw a lot of my neighbors today. And, what was really sweet is that all of my neighbors bought Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts, which I just thought was really amazing. And they, were all messaging me, and they're like, please don't ship them. Save money for the charity. Just let us know when you get them and we'll come and pick them up. But it just made me feel really lucky that I have such amazing neighbors, and it was nice to kind of see all of them, just kind of being out today, in their own yards, like waving at everybody. And, I just wanted to spend my day like that today. Late last night, though, I did find the Facebook post that I talked about last night at length about the man that walks his neighborhood with his daughter and his dog. And I posted it on this Facebook page late last night at like 1:30 in the morning. So if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, I really encourage you to go and read it, because it's really powerful. And like I said, it was impactful for me, and it opened my eyes to something that I didn't really think about, what it would be like for someone, to kind of be afraid to walk around in their own neighborhood. I mean, I've talked about it before, being a woman, when I was out training for the marathon and going on these long runs, I was always incredibly, aware of where I was and if I was being followed. I think any woman, can attest to the fact that, we do things every day that maybe, men don't, check the back of the back seat of the car before we get in it at the supermarket, or looking over our shoulder, or, if you're going to go out running or something, that you have a knife with you, or that people know where you are, or you have your cell phone, like you do these little things. And so I understand that kind of the concept of being self-aware, but that description of wanting to have your daughter and your dog so as not to make people afraid of you in your own neighborhood, it really hit my core last night. So I went and found the post that I had seen on Facebook, and I wanted to share it with you guys, just so that, like Ron says, I'm a Caucasian man with 2 African-American boys, so that story, among others, really hits home with me. Exactly, Ron, and that's why I wanted to share it, because it really was something that the fact that he took that time to explain that his fear, reading it for me really opened my eyes, and it changed me as a person for the better. And so I wanted to share it with you guys because I was hoping that maybe it would have the same impact on you, and just opening your eyes a little bit to what the world might be like for someone else, someone that's different than you are. And so, I appreciate all of the comments, and, for anybody that heard me talking about it and kind of saw me get a little upset last night, I did post it late night last night. And so please read it. All people are like eggs. We're all yellow inside. Yeah. You know what? I thought about it late last night. Thank you for the reminder, Teddy. It was really special that you guys responded to that story about my mom from my childhood the way that you did. I'm tearing up now just thinking about it. I told you I can't talk about that story about my mom without getting upset, because it's such a powerful memory of my childhood with my mom. And the fact that you guys responded with so much love and so much respect for a really powerful life lesson, and it's such a really strong memory that I have from my childhood, something I'm incredibly proud of. And the fact that so many people were saying, you know what, maybe that's how I'm going to explain it to my kids. Like it made me feel really good that something that my mom taught me years and years and years ago is, being passed on in that way. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It just, I said that I was not going to get upset tonight because I had a really good day, and the city was making me really proud today, and it was just so nice to see everything stay peaceful in Boston. And I know I'm just this is happy stuff, and proud. If there's one thing that I've learned over the last week, is that it really made me proud, the lessons that I was taught at a young age by my family. And, we're all proud of our families for the most part. We all have assholes in our family that we're not proud of. But for the most part, you have that family pride. And you're like, you know what, even if you don't like my family, they're my family. And you can just go fuck off or whatever. But I've really been proud the last week looking at what's going on in the world and realizing how lucky I was and how fortunate I was, even though my family, they were very working class. I don't know if I told you guys, but, I was the first person to go to college and get a bachelor's degree in my family. My mom, got her nursing license. But to be able to, and so many, because I'm the oldest grandchild, I was the first one obviously to graduate from high school because I'm the oldest, and the first to go to college. And so many of my cousins now, and now their kids are starting to do really well and go to school. So I bring it up because it's not like I was raised, with money, or we were very working class. And, but I realized how fortunate I was that I learned these amazing and powerful life lessons, and what a gift that is. And way more of a powerful gift than, say, being raised with money and having, a new iPhone, but no morals. It's been something that, when you see people lashing out in ways and you realize, wow, they really didn't learn important things growing up. I feel bad for ignorant people. I feel bad for hateful people because, they just weren't taught what's important. Life's too fucking short, man. Look at what the world is going through. Everything else. I mean, how many times in the war room in the last 79 days have we talked about how fucked up 2020 is? Aliens, coronavirus, like all of the craziness. The world is already so hard. It's hard enough. getting up out of bed every day and just figuring it the fuck out, to be filled with that kind of ignorance and hatred, it's like, why waste the effort? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm just glad that, I was taught. Part of it was by good example. Part of it was by bad example. I'm not going to lie and tell you that everyone in my family was angels, because I definitely, had those family members that were not nice. And so learning by their example as well of what not to be, powerful lesson. I'm just really glad that I learned those lessons young, and I'm not saying that I've been perfect all the way around. But I would like to think that when I've been wrong, I've been able to say, okay, yeah, you're right. My stance on that was not correct. And I know better now, when it comes to whatever lesson you were going to learn in life or whatever. Christina says, I can't get the night that you said if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Well, it's 100% true. It's, and then there's a lot of people that are just fucking yelling and complaining with nothing to say. And it's like, you know what, then it's not just enough to point out the problem. Like, let's figure out what's going to fucking fix it finally. Let's be that. Let's be proactive and come up with some ideas. And I know nobody's perfect, but Michelle, I totally agree. Empathy is a lost art. Sometimes I feel like, the empathy is like a tidal wave. You guys have seen me just cry for what seems like, coming out of left field with me, because sometimes it's just crushing. That you feel like, these things are insurmountable, but I just refuse to believe that. And I spent a lot of time thinking about that today. There's a lot of reasons to think that things will never get better. The world is kicking us in the balls right now. And I still have faith in people, even though the world is a scary place, as Carol just said, that, I still feel like we're going to figure it out. And if not, we learned this year that the aliens are just going to come down and fucking tell us what's up, because the Pentagon confirmed that they're fucking real too. Or just the UFOs or unidentified aerial fucking phenomenon or whatever the hell they're calling it. So, I mean, just think about it for a second. Like, human beings are still being shitty to each other right now, but it's been confirmed that there's other shit out there off this planet that can come here in crafts that are way faster than anything we've ever built and can't be detected by our radar, and our fighter jets can't keep up with them. And we're still arguing about skin color on Earth. Like, just think about how fucked up that is. Like, there's superior fucking intelligence that's coming here on vacation in crafts that the most heavily, highly trained fucking fighter pilots that we have on this planet can't keep up with. And we're arguing about melanin in skin. Like, how friggin' idiotic is that? Like, there's fucking aliens. They told us that they're real. And if they're not aliens, then what's flying around in those fucking things? Like, if it wasn't so fucking sad, it would be laughable. But it's scary and sad and ridiculous, so you can't laugh. But like, I mean, seriously, what, a month ago, we sat here in my war room drinking a fucking cocktail, and I actually said the Pentagon confirmed fucking aliens are real. And it was like, not even the headline in the news. What? But yeah, let's keep arguing about skin color of the fucking humans on this planet. Let's focus on that. I feel like that Kermit the Frog meme where he's sipping the tea. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'll just be over here like Kermit, like, seriously. It just doesn't even, not aliens, predators are up there. I don't give a fuck what it is. All I know is right now, they're up there and they can come here whenever the hell they want. Maybe we should focus on that. Maybe that's what Bob and Doug are up there doing on the space station right now, trying to figure that shit out. Or they're trying to figure out how to put a mouse in a beer bottle. Please tell me you guys are going to get that reference. Please tell me you guys are going to get that reference. Please give me some fucking faith in humanity that you guys are going to get that reference. Yeah, exactly. Krista said the aliens are looking at us going, fuck these guys, right? We sound like Jeff Goldblum in fucking Independence Day. Maybe if we fuck up this planet enough, they won't want to come here. Jeff Goldblum knew the whole time. My nerd crush has known the whole... How many friggin' pertinent quotes have come out of Jeff Goldblum between Jurassic Park, Life Always Finds a Way, and Independence Day? Jeff Goldblum knows everything. And he's adorable. They're going to take a hard pass on coming here, says Scott. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Maybe they're already here. Can you guys imagine what would happen if you guys signed into the war room one night and I was like, hey guys, what's up? By the way, I'm an alien. That would really fuck up your day. Not going to happen. I'm not an alien, but I'm just saying maybe Wednesday's an alien. Maybe aliens are pugs and they're just down here observing and sitting on our lap and licking our teeth and knocking the pillows off our couch. And the whole time, we don't even know that we're like snuggling with the aliens right now. Joe Satriani reference. Thank you very much. E.T. and Alf, says Teddy. Strange Brew. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for getting the friggin' reference about the mouse in the beer bottle with Bob and Doug. Thank you guys for renewing my faith in humanity. We are waiting for Optimus Prime. Seriously, it's like getting weird. Okay, I'm here. I'm an alien, says Monica. Yeah, and they're snorting language, says Eric. I know, right? I mean, they're aliens on Men in Black. Why couldn't they be aliens for real? If anyone's the alien in the room, it's me, says Krista. Hide the cats. Alf is coming. Jeff said must go faster in both Jurassic Park and Independence Day. Rodney, I know he did because I'm a weirdo that stalks Jeff Goldblum. As long as they aren't the face-hugging kind, we're cool. Oh, those aliens that are like this. Yeah, I'm all good. Ooh, I messed up my hair. Yeah, I don't want one of those face, like the pug from Men in Black. Frank, yeah, exactly. Put an alien on the front of the sweatshirt. Oh, that would be cool. Don't ever friggin' know. She wasn't licking your teeth. She was getting DNA to sample and analyze. That is so good. My buddy Mickey says my children are aliens. Well, you went to too many Grateful Dead shows, dude. That's what happens. I have come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I am all out of bubblegum. You hoser. Yeah, exactly. Maybe Men in Black was actually a documentary. They live. Chew bubblegum and kick ass. Wednesday phone home. Oh, that's freaking great. You guys are killing me tonight. Men in Black, where are you? I know. With the thing. I believe in all of that stuff, says Jen. You know what? There are some highly successful religions in this world with millions of people following it that if you just sat down and read it, you'd be like, that's batshit crazy. So millions and billions of people around the world can believe in all of these religions. What are there, 2,000 recognized religions on the planet? I'm not going to call anybody weird for believing in fucking Bigfoot and aliens, because there's a lot of people that go into houses of worship every week and believe all kinds of weird stuff. So you do you, boo-boo, whatever it is that gets you through the day. What if SpongeBob was right and I'm a robot? Cats are from Venus, dogs are from Mars. Yeah. I'm convinced that Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe from Friends, is an alien with that long neck. I mean, remember that scene from Men in Black where they showed all of the celebrity aliens? Right? Ever watch the movie Fire in the Sky? Great alien movie. No, I haven't watched that one, Jason, but now I will. Tom Cruise is an alien, says Mark. Well, that's what he believes. So, case in point. You know what, Michelle? You know what's really funny about your comment is that I was actually joking today with a friend of mine about starting a Mistress Carrie religion, because I was joking that if the War Room became a house of worship, that we wouldn't have to pay taxes on anything. I literally made that joke today at lunch. These quotes are awesome tonight. Yes, they are. You guys are killing me. Jeff Bezos wants to start a colony on the moon with $1 billion he's donated. I've seen pictures of the moon. I have no interest in living there. It looks really boring and dusty. It would be like living in the ashes of my fireplace, and it's just chalky, and yeah, no, I have no interest in that. And I have a friend that's actually working on the Mars project in Houston, who's a skydiver friend of mine. And if you ever met him, you'd be like, that guy's a fucking rocket scientist, and he is, and it's crazy. But I don't have any real interest in going to Mars either. I would want to go to a planet that had shit growing, like an Avatar. Like, I want to go there. But I don't want to go to a place that's just powdery stuff everywhere. It's just, ugh. No, I'm good, thank you. Carrie, you need to watch that friggin' movie. All right, fine, I'll watch the friggin' movie. Mistress Carrie is my preacher. I mean, look, I'll tell you this much. The music in my religion would be fucking awesome. It would be badass. And we would drink all the wine. That we would keep. Ron says, oh wait, no, Ron, please don't be serious. Ron says, unfortunately, starting to get violent in downtown Boston. Oh. Come on, Boston. We're better than this. We can be better than this. Please. Please don't get violent, Boston. Please don't get violent tonight. Yes, Mickey, I would be a cult leader. New Hampshire has way too many alien stories for it not to be true, says Will. Boston is out of control, says Laura. Are you... Carrie says Fernandez needs to make the wine for the chalice in my church. That would be freaking hilarious. There's no Pandora as of yet. Lou, are you talking about my podcast? No, I submitted the podcast to Pandora, but it's still in the approval process. But I will let you know as soon as it is available on Pandora, but it has been submitted, trust me. But I'm sure that they're going to pick it up. It's just a matter of when they're going to. 2 motorcycle cops are surrounded right now. Please don't tell me that. I have friends that are motorcycle cops in the city. No, I don't want to hear that right now. I do not want to hear that. The sun goes down, the looters come out and pretend to be protesters. You guys are, thank you for all of your updates right now. I just, I just don't fucking understand what the hell is going on right now. Watching it live, they're throwing water bottles at police. I'll tell you, it's outside my apartment, says Mark. Oh, Mark, please stay safe. Kate says Raleigh, North Carolina is bad also. I know, guys. Ron says, listening to the state police on my scanner app on my phone now, it sounds rowdy, unfortunately. Travis says, it's like the soul of our country is being ripped out right now. Boston is a mess tonight. I weep for Earth, says David. The silence and your ticking clock. This is heavy. I just don't know what to say. You know, I just don't know what to say. You know, I'm sitting here, you know, I can't see what's going on right now because I'm here talking to you guys. And I was just so filled with love for the city today that they had thousands of people in the streets having their voices heard and that it was all peaceful. And it made me feel really good that even though it had gone to shit in other places, that Boston had figured out a way to make its point. And to not only make the point about racism in America, but to make the point that the point could be made peacefully. And, you know, I have so many friends that put on a uniform every day and leave the house and kiss their families goodbye. And I know they're good people and they go out with the best of intentions to really protect the rest of us. And I have been that person that's dialed 911 on more than one occasion. And to know that they'll always come when something's bad and something's wrong. Having no idea exactly what they're going to encounter when they get there. And, you know, I'm not saying that 100% of police officers are perfect. You know, I loved the Chris Rock quote that's been going around from his stand-up that, you know, there are some professions where they're just there's no room for bad apples, like airline pilots and police officers too. And the bad ones need to go. But I just know so many good ones. And somebody asked if Boston is still under the curfew because of the virus. I thought that it was. Police have riot gear on and something's escalated. Washington Street is where they're throwing things at cops. If you're in the city right now, just stay where you are. Please be safe. Yeah, it just, and also growing up the daughter of a firefighter, I understand what it's like to have a parent that when the scanner starts going off, like I know what it's like to be the family surrounding the scanner, like worried. And for us, it was fires, you know, that we were always, when dad went running out of the house because they were recalling groups and we knew that he was going to do really dangerous stuff. That until he pulled back into the driveway again, you were just worried all the time. And so for all of the families that have law enforcement officers out there tonight, there's just nothing that we can say that is going to ease your minds right now because the worry is crippling, you know, and I just really thought that, you know, that Boston was going to show the rest of the country how to do it right. That's what my hope was today. I was really filled with that pride and hope that our city was going to rise above and really show how loud your voice could be, how loud of a statement you could make with just your presence and your voice coming together, standing together, all races, creeds, religions, sexes, all of it. That is a powerful message. I mean, there have been pictures on the internet about, people surrounding police officers to protect them, and white people standing in front of black people to protect them. And, now people are saying there's tear gas, and Downtown Crossing is where the police are throwing the tear gas. Well, they boarded up Macy's. It's like they knew that was going to be a hotbed of activity. I mean, they spent the time to board up Macy's today because it's like they predicted it. Worcester had a peaceful protest today. That's fantastic, Heather. Gas being thrown moments ago. It was so different. I'm just so sorry, guys. It just makes me sad, because it's really not that fucking hard to figure these things out. It's just really not. This isn't hard. It's not literally, it's not rocket science. This should be easy. Are you human? Okay, cool. And I'm not saying hate the aliens, because they might be nice too. Till they want to start harvesting our organs out of our assholes, then we can get pissed at them. But it shouldn't be that hard for humans to just be cool with each other. It just shouldn't be that fucking hard. Newbury Street's all boarded up. Live on 4, they're throwing gas canisters back at the police. It is total bullshit, Joe. I agree. This is insane. Sports need to come back. We hope that things are getting better, says Jason. I mean, it's just, we all have the same goals. We all have the same wishes for our future, to grow old with somebody we love, to raise your kids to have a better life than you had, to be surrounded by love. Like, these are not hard fucking concepts to understand. They're just not. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful that, I don't know most of you. Some of you I know, but most of you I don't. But I know that you're not all the same. I know that you are all joining me from around the country here in the War Room every night. I have no idea, based on the names you choose on Facebook, what you look like, especially if your profile picture is your cute ass dog. I don't know what religion you are. I don't know what your sexual orientation is. I don't know what your skin color is. I have no idea. I know that we all share some similarity that makes us all want to get together every night and talk about what the hell's going on and give each other support and love. And I feel like, this experience of the last 79 days or nights has really kind of, opened my eyes to this thing where, you guys have all made friends. Every single one of you guys has made a connection, commented, loved a post, liked a post with someone here in the War Room that you don't even fucking know. That someone has come up in the last 79 nights and said, I'm having a bad day today, or I'm scared, or I'm worried, or I lost a loved one. And you guys have all been right there to say, we're here with you, we love you, we support you, we're sending you love and prayers. And you don't even know these people. Like, you guys are the exact example of how it's supposed to fucking work. Like, what you're doing right now, you're proving that it's not fucking rocket science. It's easy. We can all do it. Monica says, I'm a Mexican and Native American lesbian. Who knew? And you're the one that sent me the bag of dicks. Am I right, Monica? That shit was funny. Yeah, Patty, for the love of rock and AAF, or like Kim says, I love the people in here because we all have something in common, but it doesn't even have to be the music. There's so many people that come into the war room that maybe don't even like rock music, but they come here because they might love the work that I do with the military and veterans, and they deal with the music to get to the other stuff. Or you guys might know each other from school, or Scott says we're like a family here, but better. Yeah, sometimes family's weird. Annette says, I'm so damn white, I often refer to myself as opaque. It just doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what color you are. I really don't. I don't care who you get into bed with at night. I don't care. It's not my business. It doesn't, I care about, your funny jokes and your one-liners. I care about that. I care about the fact that you love my dog. Sometimes maybe more than I do at times. I care about the fact that you guys come here every night when you could be doing a million other things, and you still come here every night because you want to be here. Like, that's what I care about. I care about the fact that you guys bought over 700 t-shirts that are going to help feed veterans in the time of a global pandemic. I care about that. I care about the fact that you guys have some amazing stories of seeing some amazing bands live, and that you guys are very appreciative of my borderline hoarding skills when it comes to my concert t-shirt collection. I care about the fact that you guys care enough about me getting sick that you tell me not to touch my face. I love that you laugh at my blueberry cobbler story every night. Like, these are the things that I care about. What kind of car you drive, what city you live in, unless you live in Fitchburg, because I was raised in Leominster, and so therefore I kind of have to hate you a little, but only a little, and only around Thanksgiving when we're playing football. But yeah, you guys all have the fact that you like to drink in the war room in common. And even people that don't drink have found a home in the war room, because we always have a sober night for you, which is tomorrow night, by the way. Mocktail Monday is tomorrow night, so that when Mike Shue is here on Tuesday, we can consume copious amounts of alcohol. So don't forget, Mike Shue's going to be here co-hosting Cocktails in the War Room with me on Tuesday night. Yes, Philip, it's got to be up over 700 by now. I haven't counted all day today because the orders have been, I put it up on Twitter and Instagram that today was the last day about the t-shirts, and the orders have been coming in pretty steadily all day. The count has got to be over 700 total. Obviously there's a bunch of those that are, there's over 400 of them that you guys already have, but we've got to have sold over 300 more shirts since the initial order. So yeah, Monica, you give us a place to come and release. Yeah, exactly. That's what this place is. And that's why when people get all mouthy, like somebody commented last night, stop whining or whatever. Here's what's really funny, right? So you guys know that I like to bust balls. You guys like to know, you guys know that I like to make a lot of jokes. You guys know that I'm super sentimental. You guys know that I can get upset and emotional at times. What I don't let a lot of people see, because it's not okay a lot, is my fucking temper. And I try to control my temper because it can be an incredibly dangerous thing. I can be a really awful person when I get mad enough. And I've learned that over the years. It's something that I had to spend a lot of time, kind of understanding about myself, is that I am an incredibly protective person, protective of myself, protective of the people that I love. And I'm protective over what I believe to be right and wrong. And when I get angry, really angry, I can be really mean and cruel. And, that's part of where the baddest bitch in Boston came from, because there have been people along the way in the last 29 years of my career that have made the mistake of crossing me and igniting my temper, and have learned really quickly that that's not the fucking right path in life, and have been counseled, as some of my military friends will say. And I have tried really hard to not go after the people that have come into the war room that have been critical, and to not show that side of my anger, because it can be incredibly destructive. And I understand, going back to what's going on in the city right now, like, I understand when you get so upset and you feel like you have been so wronged that you just want to fucking take a flamethrower to the whole thing. Like, I understand the concept of being so angry that there, you know, that the world is so unjust that you get furious and you want to tear the system down. Like, I understand the concept, because my temper could bring me there. It could be the Italian Anita. But I have learned that my temper is capable of things that I can't take back. And so I've had to learn to not go there, because once you go there, you can't turn it back around again. You can't say I'm sorry for hitting the nuclear button. You know, once you hit it, it's kind of hit. And we need to figure out how to do that as a country right now. You know, that's why I don't go after the people that come into the war room and try to fuck up our little fucking happy place. And because I don't want to make them look like total douchebags, because, you know, I got no problem tearing some people down in front of everyone else. You guys are updating me on what's going on. They're breaking the windows on a cruiser right now. There's brawls going on. Keith says there's a manhunt in my neighborhood. You know, Scott says fire comes out of my wife's eyes when she's mad. I have that capability. It's like X-Men superpower. You cannot take it back, says Damien. Exactly. When you get to that point where you get so angry that you lash out, you have crossed a line that you can't take back what you've dished out. Like, you can't say I'm sorry for hurting someone in a way that only you can. You know, it just... Brianna says, I'm downright vicious in an argument. I've had to work at it for over a decade, and it's really hard. 100%. I had to work on it myself after my divorce. That I had to really learn how to take that breath. And I believe it comes with age and experience as well. That maybe when you're younger, that, you know, it's like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum because they just don't know what to do with the feelings they have. And they, you know, throw something, or they lay on the floor and thrash around and cry and scream. And, you know, having the ability to be self-aware, to realize, like, okay, I have that place in my head that can go to a not okay place, and I am not going to let it go there. And instead, I am going to take a breath and be constructive and talk it out and figure it out and be positive about it. Words cannot be unsaid. Yeah, exactly. Mark, please be safe. Everyone is wishing you love, because a lot of these problems that are happening in Boston right now are happening in his neighborhood. So just please be okay. Violence seems to be coming from younger people, says Heather. Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? It's exactly what we're talking about. Younger people don't know how to handle the rage. They don't know what else to do with it. And I think, you know, I'll speak for myself, that as I've gotten older, I've learned to use it as a force for action. Anybody that knows me, my family or friends, will tell you that there is no greater motivator for me I said this the other night, that when someone tells me no, like, if you want some shit to get done, piss me off. And you will see a whole other gear in my transmission, because it's a motivating. Tell me I can't do something. Tell me that I can't do something. Tell me I'm not smart enough to do something. Tell me I'm not capable enough to do something. Tell me that, you know, and the fury meter gets to the point where I'm like, now I'm going to fucking do it. And I'm going to do it so well that it's going to piss you the fuck off. That's where we need to focus this anger right now, is that we need to take all of this and go, oh, okay, now we're going to figure it the fuck out. And if we've got leadership, elected leadership that's not leading, then we're going to elect someone that will lead. And if policies need to change, then policies need to change. And if training needs to get revamped, then training needs to get revamped. And if we all need to just learn the names of our fucking neighbors to make it easier to coexist, then we need to do that too. Because it's not a blame game on just the politicians or just the cops or just the this or just the that. There's little things that all of us can do to make this a little bit easier and better. We can all be 5% better as human beings. I am fully capable of becoming a 5% better person. And I think all of us are. None of us are perfect. You can't have this war room every night. No, I can't. Kerry for president. There would be some shit. Can you imagine? First female president in the United States up there with bright fucking purple hair. Metallica playing the inauguration ball. Fuck yeah. You know that shit would happen. Maybe Tool would play it. Oh, we can dream, can't we? Take a deep breath, guys. Ron says the Boston Police Department is asking for help at the Beantown pub right now. They're also asking for assistance from the state police. Watching the news is pissing me off and nervous, says Jeff. Let's all just take a deep breath right now. And let's promise that tomorrow when you get up, you are going to be 5% better than you are today. And however you need to be 5% better, just be 5% better tomorrow than you are today. Eric says, funny story. I told my ex-wife she couldn't mow the lawn on the tractor, and the first time the lawn looked like crop circles. I can't read the rest of your comment, but Eric says, you need a new job. Why? Because I suck at this one? Because this might be the job I get, Eric. Trust me, I've been looking for a fucking job. Mike Hsu is vice president. Look, I would be his vice president if you guys elected Mike Hsu. Either way, shit would get real. Mike Hsu's smarter than I am. I will tell you that right now. And I would be the first one to say it to his face on Tuesday. He is the smartest person I've ever worked with. Leaps and bounds. No disrespect to anyone else I've ever worked with, but you don't hold a candle to Mike Hsu's intelligence. He is the smartest person I've ever worked with. I can't wait for him to be here on Tuesday. It makes my heart happy that he's going to be here on Tuesday. Let's see. Amy says, watching Boston, as opposed to the other cities, I feel like the BPD is doing a better job of not escalating. The Boston Police Department has handled some really tense situations in extremely professional ways over the years. And I believe it comes from the top. I believe that the commissioner and all of the people in leadership positions with the police department have always done a fantastic job at being able to, run the department and really put the mission of de-escalation of violence. And they've just always done a really good job. And so I'm hoping that that's what's happening right now, and credit needs to be put at the leadership all the way to the top. If the Boston Police Department is handling all of this well right now, it's because they are professionals and they've been trained by their leadership to be that way. And surround yourself with better people than yourself, like Shu. Yeah, exactly. Like, when you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I love that piece of advice. I love that quote. I don't know who to attribute it to, but it's not mine. I stole it from someone, but it's 100% true. So he will be here on Tuesday. So I'm going to get out of here because I just got the alert that I have 5% battery life. You have 2 hours and 12 minutes to get your Cocktails in the War Room t-shirt orders in. This is your final warning. The links go down at midnight. T-shirt Brian is going to work starting tomorrow. Tomorrow you guys will get a little bit of a look at MCHQ, the new studio for the podcast, which you have not subscribed yet. You got to do that. And then, of course, on Tuesday, Mike Shu is going to join us right here on the couch in the War Room. Thank you guys for coming. Number 79, night number 79. Please be safe. Take a deep breath and wake up tomorrow and be 5% better than you are today. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.